What is surveillance capitalism? Indeed. Let's talk about that for a moment, and then the rest of what we're going to discuss tonight, I think, will make a bit more sense. So, people have long observed in the history of capitalism the way that it evolves. And the idea is that it evolves by taking things that live outside the market dynamic and bringing them into the market. You know the term commodities, bringing them into the market to turn them into commodities that can be sold and purchased. So famously, industrial capitalism claimed claimed nature for the market dynamic, bringing it into the market dynamic to be reborn as land or real estate that could be sold and purchased. It claimed work for the market dynamic, the kinds of activities that people did in their homes, in their cottages, in their gardens, in their fields, bringing that into the market to be reborn as labor that could be sold and purchased. Well, surveillance capitalism diverges from many aspects of the history of capitalism, but in this way, it actually emulates this earlier pattern, but with an unexpected and even perhaps we might call it a dark twist. In this case, surveillance capitalism claims private human experience for the market dynamic. And in claiming private human experience, it treats it as a free source of raw material to be translated into behavioral data. These behavioral data are then shipped through pipelines, as it were, into a new kind of manufacturing process. This manufacturing process is characterized by something that Jim is an expert in, what we call today artificial intelligence, machine learning, machine intelligence. And with that combination of these flows of behavioral data and machine intelligence, what comes out the other end are predictions of human behavior. And I call these prediction products. These products are then sold in a new kind of marketplace, a marketplace that trades exclusively in, if you will, behavioral futures, kind of like pork bellies, behavioral futures. Now, what I've just described to you may sound very science fiction-y.
How does it work?
But indeed, when you think about the online targeted advertising and how that works, what I've just described is really a fitting depiction of that whole process. Because in the game of online targeted advertising, for example, the prediction products, the predictions of future behavior were really predictions of what they call click-through rates, of who's likely to click through on an ad and through the pages and so on to make that advertiser money. And what are the online advertisers actually buying? What they're buying are these little bets on what future behavior is going to be. Indeed, this whole logic was first discovered, invented, elaborated at Google back in the early 2000s in the heat of financial emergency of the dot-com bust. And when Google proposed this new logic to its advertisers, they were very reluctant to accept it because now here was a prediction product coming out of a black box. And the idea for the advertisers was, we're not going to tell you what's in the black box. That's our stuff. Right.